I am Aurelius, and I speak as part of a group of Lyrans who, like the Arcturians, have been observing you. We wish to be of service to you, but we can only do so much, for your current state does not give us the opportunity to give you as much help as we might. We wish to speak to you today about trust and allowance. One thing that is characteristic of most humans is that they seek to control their lives, their creations, and how things will occur in their lives. When you want something, you believe that you must then set about trying to get it. You must try. You must struggle. You must recognize you are getting closer to what it is you want by meeting setbacks, by the amount that you push and are thrown back. And if you stop pushing and trying, you feel as if the universe is perhaps forgetting about your desires. And so the pushing, efforting, trying is a reminder to you, in case we didn't get the message, in case the memo to us somehow got lost. You believe that communication with the divine is like talking on the phone with an electrical short in the line in a thunderstorm. Occasionally what you want gets through, but you can never be sure that all of your message has been received. And so you repeat yourself and yell louder, and even then, because there is so much noise around you, you do not feel satisfied that your message has been received. Efforting is a habit born out of lack of trust, but also a habit your ego gravitates towards, because you do not know how to wait and how to allow the divine to bring you what you are asking. The ego, feeding on your insecurity and distrust, that part of you which feels insignificant and disconnected, steps up to take control, to do something, and the doing, the taking action, even the struggling to get something done, feels to you more powerful than waiting and allowing. And so your ego charges forward, intoxicated with the power of doing. Seemingly impossible tasks are heaped upon you, one after the other, until you are exhausted. But your ego boss sees that you are not yet where you would like to be. You have not yet attained what you wish. And so, because the ego knows only how to issue orders, it is constantly berating you for not acting enough, for wanting to rest, or for slowing down. The further you are from what it is you want, the more your ego screams, yells, demands that you take action. You know that the ego has taken charge when you feel fearful, unable to slow down, worried, when you feel that as much as you act, you are no closer to attaining what you want. The finish line, like the horizon, always remains in the distance, just out of reach. And paradoxically, the more you try, the further away it stretches. It's a conundrum. The more you charge forward to take action, the further away what you want becomes. And here's another complication. You get wrapped up in projects of trying and you lose sight of what you're actually wanting. In this state, if someone were to tap you on the shoulder and say, "Relax, don't try so hard," or "You do know that this isn't working," you would react with extreme hostility and resentment. Here I am, working, struggling, trying so hard, and you come along here and tell me to relax. Easy for you to say. Who are you anyway? This is partly because, as frustrated as you feel, the ego likes to be in charge and fears being deposed, relegated to a secondary role. It likes the importance it feels when you are under its command, and you feel desperate. The sense of desperation and fear the ego feels is because, as much as the ego would like to be the creator, it knows that it cannot actually manifest things, that is not its job. The ego knows this, but constantly tries to obscure the fact that it is unqualified for the role of boss by giving you more and more orders and acting as if all your frenetic activity and failure to do enough is the reason why you are frustrated. This is a ruse. It is not about you doing more. It's about you doing less and doing nothing out of fear. This model of doing is part of the misalignment between masculine and feminine energies. It is born out of a deep anxiety that if one does nothing, one lacks power, or one has no role in the process of creation. One is essentially impotent. The divine feminine is the way of receiving, the way of allowing, the way of aligning, connecting, and feeling into the truth that what one wants is not separate, is not other. This is the way of trust and reconciliation and true power. In order to create, you do not need to control. You need to dream, to feel, to allow feelings to become stronger. And as they do, you are carried by them, sometimes into action, sometimes into expansion. You are never trying to be that which you are not. You are never trying to attain that which you do not already have. You are coming to know a part of yourself that you have always been. This is trust. The trust of delight, the trust of curiosity, the trust of exploration, experimentation, and wonder, which does not fear the outcome, though still unknown, but seeks to come into a relationship with it. What if you were to imagine that your desires were like a strange foreign visitor that had appeared before the horizon of your consciousness, on the edges of your home? The stranger has a message for you and an important gift, but she cannot give you either if you insist she stays on the periphery. What if you invited this stranger closer? What if you were to find a way to be hospitable, to offer this stranger shelter? What if, in order to understand the message, you must first get to know her and find a way to communicate with her? This is a divine interchange, a delicate dance. It is the intimacy of a relationship, the stages of which cannot be determined by following somebody else's 5 steps or recipe for success. This is how you develop and express trust, how you allow the divine to bring you that which you want. Your ego is not in charge. It does not give orders. It is not trying to determine or direct things. Nevertheless, it does have a role to play, and it is that of discernment, recognizing the little things that make a difference. When aligned with curiosity, the ego is a powerful ally, giving you information and insights that can make your developing relationships go deeper and richer. The story that you have not heard much, the one that you need to practice telling, is the one where the heroine encounters a stranger. In many stories, kindness towards a stranger is the key to one's fortune or misfortune. Whether that stranger grants you 3 wishes or shows you the location of a hidden treasure, it is how you treat the stranger that is what brings your heart's desire. Or not. For the stranger is, of course, another you. The you that you are dreaming of being. Practice hospitality to the strangers in your life, including the strangers within, and you will learn not only to trust the unknown, but to fall in love with that which you are becoming. This is the way of trust, the way of allowance, the way you bring into form all that you want and can imagine. I'm Suzanne LaGrande, and you've been listening to The Shaman's Notebook. For more insights and adventures into healing, subscribe below and visit me at SuzanneLaGrande.com.